up everyone, it's the Yox Panda and welcome back to Create Above and Beyond. Now, I tweaked a little bit, a few things here just to keep things up to speed so I could speed the arm up because that went way too slow for the production. But now, excuse me, everything is going perfectly fine. We've got a stack of these in here, and we've got a lot more of these being made at the minute. There's 2 stacks of these currently being turned. There's 2 stacks that have gone into there, and there's about 5 stacks of the dust going to there. So yeah, I've done a lot of just this between episodes. If you caught the stream, you'll see we've got a new mega farm over here. So let's jump up and just take a ride. So we've got flax, we've got rice, we've got wheat over there, onions, carrots and potatoes. I do need to fill out the potatoes a little bit. And the wheat is for that matter. Which you've got to be quick, because that will hit you. Yeah. But yeah, this farm works an absolute charm. Whoa. Nice and easy to make with a minecart. Again, and quickly leg it to the other side before it comes back. Minecarts and powered rails, just bounces back and forth and does a good job. We've got this because we are collecting these buddy beans, and I could use a draw controller to do this bit, but for now this just does the trick. And because of the way I've designed this as well, if I wanted to make this bigger, all I would need to do is add a few more rails here and put some more crops here. I do need to add sugar canes to this and test out if that'll collect melons and pumpkins as well, because if so, yeah, we're going to need more draws. But mentioning storage, that's what I want to take a look at today. I want to get the storage system set up properly so that we're not relying on 2 dozen chests that are just an absolute mess. So, to get into that side of things, let's just cash in. Oh yes, we got an antique atlas, didn't we? I did find one of these as well on our quest, an antique atlas, very Zelda inspired map, which does have little markers on this. So they're the 2 mine shafts. Obviously I put my own marker down for the corporation, and that does give me a proper map and item frame, so we could actually have a map stuck on the wall, which I am going to do eventually. So let's just throw them in there safe for now. What other quest did we pass? Oh yeah, I killed enough spiders to collect that. 6.5 gold roughly. Not too bad. But yeah, storage systems, which we've got pretty pipes. Now, we had to wait until this point because we need brass to make the item pipes, and we needed a brass machine and a diamond gear to make the item terminal, which we do an upgrade to a crafting terminal straight away, and the pipe pressurizer just so that it speeds things up. So we had to wait until we had brass, which we've got a few of. I think I might have took them out from here. I hope I have. Yeah, we have got 48 brass ingots. So I am going to take some of these. In fact, let's take 16. And let's pop these on the press so we can get those crushed down to plates. How's this doing for these? We've got a full stack of electron tubes. That's a good start. And let's go grab this couple of brass machines. So we need a propeller, which is 4 of you and an andesite alloy. There we go. And for the crafting terminal, we need a diamond gear. 4 diamonds and an iron nugget. Fortunately, diamonds aren't a problem at the minute, because we're still living off the ones that we found exploring. That is going to run out soon, so I do need to get a quarry of sorts done sooner rather than later. Right, item terminal and pipe pressurizer. Let's get my brass plates. There we go. And 8 of you. Plates either side of an ingot gives us item pipes. And then we can upgrade you. I just need another piece of redstone. For sure. That'll do. Crafting terminal. Right. So we have got another quest completed, which gives us a brass pipe module. Right. Now, what I want... Oh, these are... This has been a while. Getting back to brass pipes, it's been a while. So, we're going to get a chest first of all. I'm going to head into our lovely offices, which I've got a bit of work left to do in here. So let's shift you out of the way. Right. I'm going to want my crafting terminal here. Bring it forward a little bit. There. Do you want to bring it forward one more? There. Yeah, that'll do. So this, it's very much similar to applied energistics, refined storage, all that sort of stuff, where you get a crafting terminal. But for that to have any actual items in it, we need the pipes hooked up to storage, which I'm going to use some of these metal barrels, but some of these are going to go here. So let's hook this pipe up to you, throw in some redstone, in fact all those items, and then we need to turn this into storage. It does need a upgrade. Which one does it need? I've forgotten. That's not the one, is it? No, is it going to the back of you? Nope. How do we do this again? I'm an idiot. It does work, but I was searching only pretty pipe stuff, weren't I? That's why it weren't coming up. Yeah, I've not done anything wrong. I'm just a full-blown idiot. I did make the pretty pipe wrench though, because this allows you to not only do that, but right-click and you can tell it where it can and can't connect. So we can disable connections if we don't want it to connect to certain things. But That's it. We just need to put inventories on these pipes. Now, I could take items out the pipe, but rather than just pulling it straight from there into my inventory, you have to request it. And if you request it, it will pull it into the pipes and then into that out slot. If you want to put it back in, put it into there, it'll go into the pipes and then into the nearest inventory, which is that chest, or that barrel. Now, these pipes, which I'll show you if I just move. Let's put a chest over here. And disconnect you for a minute to prove the point here. If we take the redstone and this chest, slap it on here, put the redstone in, and say, give me a piece of redstone. Yeah. So the more pipes you have, the larger the inventory, the slower that is going to go. Now, if I was to hook up this pipe pressurizer, like that, it does need redstone though. So let's get a... I've still got the one up there. Come here, you. There we go. This is where what I'm eventually going to do is get a hellbark set up under here with some magmatic dynamos. So let's pop you here, fill you with power. This will charge up. Now what this does, pressurizes the pipes. So now if I request a piece of redstone, that shut down the pipe so quick you could barely see it. Now you can speed that up even more by having upgrades on them, namely these speed upgrades. So the brass pipe module that I got allows you to create these upgrades, and then we need a invar pipe module to create the tier 2s, and then the enderium pipe modules to create the tier 3s. That works a charm. So what I would need to do here now is get some of these chests that we've got out there, empty them all, fetch them into here, where we're going to have a series of these chests set up so that we've got storage, and then a couple of these arcane barrels I can use. Oh, I could probably use these as an input. So if I was to go down here, turn this module into a extraction module. Slap a pipe on, and yeah. So if you right click there, now you'll go straight to the modules. That is now set to export. So if I put redstone in, it will pull the redstone out and place it in the nearest inventory. So that can be my input, that could be my output, or my crafting as well. So if I was to go to here again, I could use a crafting table like this. So let's get something in there that we can craft. And let's get a sleep while we're at it. 4 oak planks. That'll do. Throw them in there. So, here, I could say these oak planks we could use to make a crafting table. Recipe appears in there. If we hit request, it will pull the ingredients from my chests, builds the craft, and there we go. And then you just right click to take things off again. So that way, if I wanted to build another diamond gear, I would do like that, hit request, and it'll pull everything in. Anything that's missing from the recipe, you'll see in the bottom left, not found, not found. So you can also let you know what you haven't got when it comes to sorting the recipe out. But this, yeah, I'm going to do it off camera, but this means all my storage network can go here. And the best thing about it is, if I want to increase it, I just bang a couple more chests on, stick a pipe connected to it, we've got increased storage. Which means this can all get broken down. Right, one more thing I am going to get set up for a few recipes is this. So we've got our furnace here with some charcoal. If I let me go get some more wood. Right. So 8 oak logs now in the system. I'm going to connect this pipe up to the furnace, but in this I'm going to put this crafting module. So it allows you to auto craft. So if I were to put the module in there and set, 1 oak log becomes 1 piece of charcoal. Right. And then here we've got no charcoal. If I say I want 8 pieces, it will send, it should send oak logs into there to turn into charcoal. It's not. It makes me think I might need to move this pipe a little. Come here, you. So I disconnect you. Put the crafting module in here, because this will be normal where you put stuff to smelt. Right, try this again. Oh. Give me 8 of those. Right. Stop it. Empty hand. Oh, come here. So I want this to work. If I can get this to work, I can set up a auto smelter underground, the create one. Right, you in there. You're not playing anymore, are you? So it's showing up the... Let me just break this. Put this back. Right. You get the crafting module. There's 8 logs in there. Give me some charcoal. Right, I'm going to have to figure that out. Because I need to get that to work. It's going to make things a lot easier. For now, though, all that can go in there. Right. Yep, going to have to figure out pretty pipes, auto-crafting and all that later. For now, we're going to take a little look at this. So this is Chapter 3. So working towards passive supply radiant induction coils, you'll be sure to encounter some new and unfamiliar tasks. Once again, it's time to grab the wrench, restock the toolbox, and clear out new plot. Happy creating. Well, we've already got our plot there. Oh! So before we do... Best thing is, we've done that twice because I'd killed 2 and submitted the flag, but couldn't find a 3rd, and I just killed the 3rd, killed another 3, submitted the flag again. Ah, nice, easy coins. Right. Back to where we were. So we'll collect our tea. So, a few of the contraptions involve dropping items on the ground, wherever the process will not backstock an overflow. Your belt waiting automatically. It's important to toggle the production at certain buffer thresholds. More concretely, when the output buffer exceeds 75%, stop producing items. Once it reaches below 25%, start process up again. This prevents overflow of machines from spawning items everywhere. Stockpile switch is designed for this purpose exactly. Yes, this is... We're going to have to make one of these, but this is where things get a bit... complicated. We do need to do a lot of working out to get this plane. Aside from inductive mechanism, Invar machinery builds on a tough metal alloy between iron and nickel. Since the full refinement process of Invar takes a few lengthy steps, automation is recommended. So let's just check that out, shall we? Invar. Which is pressing unprocessed Invar 16 times. Which is nickel compound, 4 iron dust and 1 nickel. So we can't just make Invar with the alloy mixer that we've got now. We need to... yikes. I barely forgot the induction smelter. But yeah, nickel compound, 4 iron dust, 1 nickel. So we're going to need a lot of iron. We've got that on a farm anyway. And then the nickel, which we're going to have to make a lot of money, so we might have to start importing certain metals. Nickel's not... I mean, nickel's expensive, but we've got a fair bit of nickel. Copper 16 silver. 1 diamond is 1 gold. Yeah. Not happening. So, to start off with, we need refine rate. We're going to come to that one much later. A contraption for making sticks, cobblestone, and sand. So we've got sand. We can use the strainers for sand if we wanted. We've got sticks because we get them from the tree farm, which, ignore what you see down there, that's coming later. We can get sticks from here. Cobble we can get with a simple cobble gen. But having bronze machines means we could make a crushing wheel. And the crushing wheel will turn gravel into sand. Which is a lot better for sand automation. We just need to sand, gravel into sand, flint and clay. So rather than having a strainer, we could just have a crushing wheel and go like a full cobble works. That's definitely going to simplify the first part of the mechanism as well. So we are going to need to automate these as well, because crushing wheels are a key part of this. This side we can do on one of either two ways. Either have a mob farm, which I do want to get into a little bit anyway for some of the mob drops, or slimy ferns. Now, to get slimy ferns, you need to, whilst you're running around exploring, you'll find, and we found a few on its way here, on episode 1, areas like this where there's a pool of slime, some slimy grass, and usually a slimy tree. There's slime blocks. There's 3 different types. There's that one, blue, which is sky slime. You've got a green one, which is your normal slime. And you've got a purple one, which is your ender slime. Which I know there's one round here somewhere, because I went and found on the last stream all 3 of the slimes. We've got ourselves slimy ferns, and slimy ferns. So we have got all three of those. Now, this requires knives, cooking, and occultism to fully automate. So let's first of all let's chuck this build this. I've got quite a few cups of tea at the minute. Right, let's throw you away for a minute and let's get my knife out. All three of you, and yeah, I need me chopping board, don't I, at the minute. There isn't a chopping board. Cutting board, that's it. Right. Just use some planks. Well, you don't come back like that. You'll do. Cutting board. So let's slap that down. The slimy fern, cut with a knife. And there we go. So each of those gives us a slimy fern leaf. Now each of those have to be ground down into that. I've really upset some of these guys. Right. Just got to deal with these. Boy, I have really upset somebody in the pillager community. But let's get back to our little grindstone here. So, each one of these can be ground up into these three slimy blends. Right, now we need a lot of gunpowder, a lot of ender dust, and a lot of bone meal so that we can make TNT, singularity contraptions, and dyes. Yeah, automating this is going to be fun. So, slimy green blend, when you cook it on a campfire, gives you gunpowder. Purple gives you ender. Blue gives you bone meal. A campfire is one thing, but a stove is much more easily automated, which acts like a campfire, but it doesn't have a constant burning, so you'll not set fire things around it or anything. It'll just sit in one block. We need bricks, so I need to cook some clay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was it? Oh no, it's not. Those bricks is actually 1, 2, 3, 4. We do need some coal. We need some iron. So the campfire, logs, sticks, and coal. Get some iron. That'll do. So campfire, really, of all the things don't have in this chest, sticks. There's the campfire, and there's the stove. So the stove, slap it here. Just right click. Nope. Get the right stuff. You right click, and it will cook away like a campfire would. I'm also going to have one of these in here because you need this for cooking in general. And there are some pretty good foods that we can make with it. And there you go. They pop off like that, and we've got those 3 bits there. The ender dust is used to make exchanger cores for much higher tiers. boosters for applied logistics, the Enderium ingot, which so we need to get to the end before we can start thinking about those. But you can't use it to make ender pearls. You can get it from ender pearls, but you can't make ender pearls with it, which is a little on the upsetting side, because ender pearls are something we could really do with. It's why I'm thinking about the mob farm over this, or having both. We don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. But we're going to burn through all our slimy ferns if we keep doing it this way. So if we want to fully automate these ferns, you can create them from this. For that, we need a bit of netherrack. There we go. A flint and steel. And some demon seeds. We are dipping our toes into occultism for this. So, cut the fern plants. Create a spirit. We need to create a spirit fire by tossing a demon's dream fruit on the floor and then setting a fire in its space. So we need. Let's get some fertilizer, which I've got. One of these. Sorry then. There you are. Phytogrow. These are not going to have a draw, so they'll just sit in the overflow for now. But I just need to get one to start with. There we go. And chuck the rest in here. So that is a demon dream fruit. They have got other uses, but we're going to go into those a little bit later on because they're quite fun. So there's the netherrack. There's a dream fruit. There's a spirit fire. Which doesn't hurt you like normal fire does. But if we were to chuck these, hear those little sound effects? That's turned all those back into ferns. So because we've not got a lot of these ones, no, other way around. There we go. Chuck all 10 of these in here. And we've got 10 more ferns. So, ow. So, what we'd do is, you'd get a slimy fern, you cut it in half, you send one half to a stove to cook, you send the other half into a spirit fire to become another fern that goes back in to be cut and split and cut and split and cut and split. So, similar to how the Certus quartz, pure quartz, grind the quartz to make 2 seeds, mature both seeds, one seed goes to produce, the other goes to be crushed, turn into 2 seeds and repeated. So that does give us an infinite supply of bone meal, ender dust and gunpowder. Now, there is another function for gunpowder which I'm going to delve into once I do a little bit of building. Don't run on the top of the stove, it tends to burn your feet. But before I get into any of that, what I'm going to need to do, give me another chance of crossbow. What I'm going to need to do is, on the next stream, which is probably going to be the day of or the day before this episode anyway, get all that compressed down and into there, which means making a lot more bronze mechanisms, which, ooh, I can make another 64 of right now. That is what we call progress. That's gone through all of those. That's gone through all of those. But I have got 2 more stacks of these. And I might grind both of them down. another stack of those. So yeah, we've got plenty of bronze machines. Or we can make plenty of bronze machines, should I say. And then 16 that I've got in here already, I'll take back and turn into zinc machines. So we can get everything lit up. In fact, I'm going to do that. One of these right now. Cause that Megatorch, what that does is it provides, and if I remember rightly, it's a 32 block radius. Which, if I was to slap it here, that's 32 blocks that way and that way. So it'll probably be a round radius, it'll cut the corners out, but I've got something for those. That stops all enemy mobs from spawning in that radius, which is immensely powerful, but also very much a absolute necessity. Oh, and a big radius is big. I said just noticed the new look. It was updated not long ago, the pack, so it has got a bit of a new look to it. But I think I might slap you here for now, just so there's no mob spawning around my farm, getting in the way of my minecart out. But that, I'm going to get a couple of those, and I'm going to get a few of the ferro lanterns as well from the brass machines, so I can get rid of a lot of the torches I've got just lying around everywhere. And we are going to need stuff like the accumulator, draw controllers, draw slaves as well, which I've got some ideas when it comes to this stuff. Compacting. I'll just let you into this. Storage drawers. If you have one draw controller, you can input into the one controller. It'll input into all of the drawers available. If you wanted a gap between two drawers but still have them connected, you could use draw trims. So if I had a controller there with an input, that one input, the saplings, a trim, and the sticks, the draw controller would still connect to the sticks through that trim. So if we had, and I know that it's going to be, I mean these are 16 wide, so it's going to be 128 trims to go this full width. But I could have trims going along this full width here, and a draw input, so like a draw controller here to take in all the wood, sticks and saplings. Another control, you can't have one, you can only have one controller, but you can have slaves afterwards. So if I had a slave there, that would then act like a controller and allow me to input or output anything that's in the draw network, which means I could have a cobbleworks inputting into the slave. I could then have a slave here that outputs wood to be cut down and turned into the kinetic mechanisms, and then another one that outputs sand to go into this production. So I may end up using storage drawers in a quite unusual but highly functional way, and it means that I can have potentially this would be automation, and both the kinetic and the precision mechanisms can be built in this one area. That's the plan. But you're going to have to catch up with our streams to see if that does come to fruition. Besides that, as always, you guys, if you like the video, hit the like button. If you really liked it, hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you do catch me when I do those streams. You can head over to twitch.tv/YorkshirePanda if that's your preference. Link in the description. Jump over to social media as well, Facebook and Twitter. I'm going to be posting a few updates of behind the scenes work, what I'm going to do in the corporation building, as well as what's happening over there as well. So check on that. Also, jump into the comments, tell me what you like, tell me if there's anything you want me to take a look at it in more detail, or if there's anything, you know, any bits of help or advice that you can offer. I love it when I hear from you guys, so by all means, drop a message. And besides all that, if you guys have a good one, take it steady, I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye-bye.